My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we're asking, what does your person want to tell you right now? You could be in no communication, you could be in communication, but there's something that may be unsaid. And if you've been getting the feeling that there's something that's unsaid, this is going to be the reading for you. I'm supposed to share one of my dreams with you, but I can't. In this moment, I just can't remember it. If I remember it during the reading, I'll tell you, okay? Because you guys always give me great insight. All right, so what do they want to tell you? So what we're going to do, let's start with just getting a significator for the energy generally and the energy towards you. And then we're going to go into the tarot and ask what do they want to tell you. Then we get messages from their 5D self, 3D self. We got some advice for you and how to take this connection forward. And in the extended, we'll look at what's happening in their life right now, what's happening on their spiritual journey. We're going to go into Magic Calabash and ask for someone on your person's side to come through and deliver a message, and then we will look at your person's next actions towards you. But for the public reading, and underneath the deck is neediness, and I'm reading this as codependent. Okay, don't go. Don't go. They don't want you to go. I think as well that part of the reason why they may not be as communicative as they like, or as open with their communication as they like, is that they perceive you as to be the person in power in this relationship, and communicating with you and giving you more information about them to this person's like giving you more power over them, more power to hurt them. They already perceive that there's a power imbalance, and them communicating with you gives you even more power, especially if they communicate about their feelings. My God, then it's all over. It's all over. They're done for, right? They would have put all the power to hurt them in your hands, and this is something that this person just cannot countenance. Okay, especially if they've had a series of relationships or experiences where wearing their heart on their sleeve or being open facilitated some sort of betrayal. Okay, so there's still that operating within their psyche. Like, don't go. And they resent the fact that they feel so attached to you. They resent the fact that they feel like a lift when you're around, I'm not saying that they're an energy vampire, but they certainly do see a change in their whole countenance when they are communicating with you, when they are in your energy. And this makes them feel resentful because, again, you have the power. As far as this person sees it, you have the power. They don't see it as a reciprocal thing where you are also feeling, lifted by their energy. They're seeing that they are relying on you to feel good, and they hate that. All right, their energy generally, we have the rebellion, and they hate it so much they might be rebelling against this attachment, which is good, asserting your independence. It's always good, stepping into your wholeness, your completeness, not relying on somebody else for your psychic survival. Is good. But I feel like this person might be cutting off their nose to spite their face, All right, they want to assert their independence. They want to show you. It's like the feeling like I'm going to show you that I can make it without you, which you should be able to do, obviously. But the way that they're doing it, it's it's really weighing on the connection and dismantling the connection, which is, I don't think what they want to do. They just want to show you that they too are powerful and empowered in this connection. But the fact that they feel that they have to show you means that they feel disempowered in it. Because nobody that has power has to tell you that they have power. You know what I mean? It's like those people who say the alpha male or whatever it is. You don't have to tell anybody that if you truly are embodying that level of masculine energy. Although kind of the whole alpha male concept has kind of turned into like a toxic masculine thing. But in its pure sense, where we're talking about leaders of the pack and all of that, and persons who are empowered, you don't have to tell anybody that you are if you are. The fact that you tell somebody that you are means that you feel that you're not, and you're trying to let them know. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. So they want to show you that they are independent and that they're empowered, but if they want to show you, it means that they don't feel like that inside. You know what I mean? Okay, so and this is not just with you, although I just went on. This is like everybody in their life. They're asserting their authority, they're asserting their independence. But the fact that they have to do that means that they were disempowered or they feel disempowered. Right? So they're doing this with everybody. You're not the boss of me. You're not the boss of me. You know? But it's a good start though. Sometimes we start at those low levels and then we assert our independence on more healthier ways. But this is where this person needs to be. They have to set some very harsh boundaries with the people in their life. Their energy towards you. Commitment. They're committed to this. They're committed to this. When they think about you, they see commitment. We have the 5, which is a Hierophant. This talks about contracts. We have the vibration one, which is the Magician, which is about manifesting. So they're trying to manifest a very committed long-term relationship with you. When they look at you, they can see, and there's a what's that song, When You Love a Woman and you can see her dreams in her eyes or whatever it is? That's a song that is coming through. I forget everybody that these songs. They just see the words, right? When you love a woman, maybe no, wasn't Brian Adams? Might have been Michael Bolton. You guys will tell me in the comments, but that is the energy that's coming through. When they look at you, they can see their future in your eyes. So they truly do love you. It's just that they resent being so connected to you. They resent being so reliant on your energy, and they resent the effect that you and your actions have on them. Because I feel like they may have created like an unbothered facade, but they're very hot and bothered, particularly by you, right? So you're kind of dismantling that unbothered thing that they had going on. So they resent that because it makes them feel vulnerable, not just to you, but to others as well. Yeah, it's a power struggle. All right. So they're doing that. All right. What do they want to tell you? All right. So they're here setting some harsh boundaries with everybody in their life, possibly even you, right? Because this person no longer wants to be reliant on other persons, and they don't want anybody encroaching on their energy and space at this time. It's like those it's like toddlers when they learn the word no, and then everything you ask them, it's no. Right? It's that your person's learning the power of no in their life, right? Whereas they might have been a people pleaser and they just spread themselves too thin. They're like, that ain't working for me. I'm burnt out whilst everybody else is happy. No. Right? I'm not. This is the Page of Cups, but when I first looked at it, it looked like the Empress card. So the Page of Cups is the beginning of love, but it's interesting that this is the Page of Cups when there are two cups here. So your person right now, they do love you. They do want to extend their cup of love towards you. They do want this connection to start afresh, start anew. But they're focusing on their self love first. They feel like they need to focus on that before they can pour into this Two of Cups relationship. Now, because there are three cups here, obviously, you have to mention that there might be some kind of third party message that may come through as well. But that's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing your person filling up their own cup, and as that motivational speaker always says, I can't remember her name. Um, you nourish people from your overflow, right? Not from your energetic reserves, from your overflow of energetic reserves. So that's what they're doing. It's what they want. So in order to do that, they have to show up their own reserve. What do they want to tell you? All right, so we have the Four of Pentacles, and that's a very self-protective energy. And if you notice where the pentacles are, right over that heart space, so they're protecting themselves right now. And the fact that they feel that they have to protect themselves because they feel very vulnerable, especially Four of Pentacles energy is that energy of I am protecting myself because I feel vulnerable. We have, good Lord, the Sun. Good God. The words meld into the imagery. I was like, my eyes are like, what are you doing to me here? What are you doing? We have the Sun. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Page of Swords. We have, this is like an Ace of Pentacles card, and it is in reverse. And we have the Hanged Man in reverse. And let me just pull a card on that Hanged Man in reverse. And we have the Nine of Wands. What do they want to tell you? Yes, you are picking up on them being self-protective right now. Even we can even use the word defensive, right? Because we started with that Rebel card, and that Rebel card was about defense. Okay, so it could be that they're defensive at this time, but they feel like, and what they want you to know, what they're focusing on, they're not focusing on third parties. They're not focusing, just disconnected. I have no idea what just happened there, right? Sorry, they're not focusing on, it was just blank. They're not focusing on their job. They're not focusing on anybody who might be dependent on them. I think they're doing the bare minimum right now where dependents are concerned. Right now, their whole focus is on themselves and empowering themselves, because we have the Sun card, and that's about empowering yourself. It's the highest vibration of masculine energy. And empowering yourselves by empowering themselves by not relying on anyone for their happiness, for finances, or even for love. They want to give, they want to be self-sustaining and self-generating. So this is what they're focusing on. They're also focusing on their happiness, asking themselves the hard questions. What is going to make me happy? I think before they were focusing on making other people happy. Okay, well, this one needs this, and this one needs this, and this one needs me to do that. No, they're focused on me. What is going to make me happy? And this is great because this is all about self-love. And remember, we cannot give what we don't have. If you don't have love for yourself, then you really have to rethink what you're offering to others. What you might be offering is attachment, and that's what they may have been offering in the past. Maybe that's why this neediness card came through, right? So they're focusing on their self-love because they want to have enough reserves where they can nourish the other people in their life from their overflow. They want you to know as well, because it's what I'm getting, that there's a lot of spiritual expansion happening in their life. I mean, we'll go deeper in the extended, but a lot of spiritual expansion happening in their life, and not just spiritual, but in terms of their whole psyche is opening up, their range of emotional intelligence, their understanding of life, their life philosophies, their truth. Everything is expanding at such a rapid rate that it's kind of destabilizing as well. I see as like a light bearer here. I think right now they're just like vociferous for knowledge, right? They want to know everything, especially as it pertains to emotions, the cosmos, those sort of subjects. They're just, it's like you've ignited a spark of curiosity within them that they are following right now. I want to pull a card on that Knight of Wands. I didn't get player energy, okay? But I see here the Lovers. For some of you, your person has someone else, and they keep kind of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because they're really trying to figure out what is going to make me happiest. So there's a lot of weighing that's happening in their mind, right? Just weighing their options. And I know that's something that you probably don't want to hear. But this is also good because your person's realizing that they're not trapped wherever they are. They have options. There are many paths forward. There are many timelines that can be opened up, manifested, nurtured, right? So they're no longer stuck. There's a fluidity within the mind, within the psyche, and they realize that they can manifest anything that they want. So whilst, some people, when they see that Knight of Wands there, they're feeling scared, this does not make me afraid at all. This is your person realizing they can truly manifest anything that they want. I think previously your person saw like no way out of whatever situation they were in, and it could be a job, right? It could be a job, or two pathways, two career pathways that maybe they loved. There's something here about making the best choice, the choice that will make them happiest. And I think previously they just felt like they were stuck. This is something that I had to do. Okay? I've already invested enough time and energy in this person. I've already invested enough time and energy in this job, in this house, in this home, in this car, whatever it is. But now they're realizing, listen, I can manifest anything that I want, and I don't have to settle for this where I am. There's always something bigger, better that is waiting for me. I remember they're always mirroring you, always mirroring us. So maybe that is something that's been downloaded in your psyche as well, right? That maybe you're not just stuck on this person, that maybe there are options. And it's okay to explore those options, right? Because they'll always guide you back to where you need to be. Maybe those options will guide you right back to your person. Who knows? Maybe you're meant to make a divine detour. We don't know. But this is what they're realizing as well. They don't have to be stuck in a particular place, in a particular paradigm. They can manifest anything that they want. They haven't given up on you or this connection. They check up on you. I see the Page of Swords here. They check up on you. And they think a lot about your conversations, your previous conversations, because those conversations, unlike everybody else that they talk to, left a mark on them, a mark on their soul. And I'm not talking about a scar. every time this person thinks like every time they speak to you, there's some kind of expansion that happens within their soul, and they don't have to worry about being muffled or mocked. I don't know why I heard mocked. Right? Maybe in the past your person was mocked for expressing themselves. Maybe they were bullied by family members or even in school for expressing themselves, but they don't have that fear when it comes to you. They can say just about any off the wall thing, and you're not going to shun them, mock them. You're actually going to seriously think about it, even if you disagree. You seriously think about it, and you offer a very measured response, a response that says, I have heard you, and I may agree or I may not agree, and these are my reasons why. This person feels heard by you, and I don't think they've ever felt that way, even in their family of origin. Children are to be seen and not heard kind of thing. I feel that ideology is floating around in my head because it's a very intrinsic part of Caribbean culture. So maybe that's why it came out for me there, right? But even the old generation, internationally, that's the kind of shit they would have said, right? This person feels heard and seen, unseen by you. So they're checking up on you. You have social media, you have mutual friends. They're asking those friends about you, and they're just trying to make sure that you're not out of reach. The reason as well why they're trying to make sure that they're not out of reach, because they perceive themselves as not being able to manifest this committed relationship that they want right now, right away. There's some sort of battle that they are preparing themselves for, in order to manifest this, and they will be taking action. We have the hangman here in reverse. They will be taking action. Okay, I can pull a card and see when. Right, they will be taking action. Right, there's no doubt about it. We have the Nine of Wands. That is the warrior. Right, they will be taking action, but it feels like it's going to be a long game. It's not any kind of instant gratification. Your person is playing a long game right now. They're playing for keeps. You understand? All right. Let's see when they'll be taking action here. I usually get two cards from this deck. We have 7 years, and 7 years for me usually connotes a sort of karmic cycle that is ended, because it's like a Wheel of Fortune card here. So they're closing off some kind of cycle that they may have been trapped in for the past 7 years. So 7 years might be meaningful to you. All right, so we have cold moon, we have December coming through, we're in June, so we're looking like 6 months from now. And then we also have no. So let's pull some cards and let's see what message your person's trying to bring through here. Let's look at no first. Okay, we have the Strength card. Remember, we said this person doesn't feel empowered. And we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they don't feel happy in their life right now, and they feel disempowered. So all the actions that they're taking that may seem kind of standoffish is to really take back the power in their life, and they're doing that by ending a lot of cycles and creating something new. They are pregnant with possibilities right now. What's this cold moon card? We have the Four of Wands. So this is when there's going to be that Ace of Pentacles kind of commitment in this relationship. Spirit saying is 6 months from now. This is when there's going to be this union or reunion that you may have been waiting for. Okay. Let's get some messages from your person's higher self. This is the Reconciliation deck. Let's see what their higher self wants you to know. I think this deck is by Pretty Spirits, if I'm not mistaken. Underneath the deck we have, that's what I'm saying, healing in progress, doing their shadow work. Okay, so whereas they may have just put a band-aid on their wounds before, they've ripped this off and they are really doing some major healing in progress, right? And this X look like a do not disturb. Right, it looks like a do not disturb. All right, so what does the higher self want you to know besides healing in progress? They're asking you to be patient. No, being patient doesn't mean waiting. Okay, right? You don't put your life on hold, because anything can happen. Anything can happen, right? This is how they're feeling in the moment. But the higher self being said, be patient. Yeah, I told you, your person's playing a long game right now. They're not into the instant gratification thing with you anymore, right? They're playing for keeps. We have the truth deck, reconciliation. But you know what I'm drawn to? Usually I leave these in as Ace of Pentacles cards. But look, I'm drawn to something that's written here. It says, pain causes us to ask more important questions about our path ahead and develop plans to improve our life. So I think that's what your person's doing. Deeper inquiry into their life. We saw that with that soul expansion card. And they are developing plans to improve their life. So this is what they're doing. So they are healing, they're expanding, and they're also strategizing. And it says heartbreak can be a direct path towards healing if you allow it to strip away your mask and your denial. So I feel your person had a lot of delusions and illusions before about who they were and who you were to them. Okay, but heartbreak, and I think the heartbreak of possibly I said using, right? Maybe they used you. Okay, of losing you. Maybe the heartbreak of losing you is what has cracked them open to this soul expansion that is happening here. So they are thinking about reconciliation. We saw the 4 of Wands. They're thinking about this union energy. They're thinking about commitment. But they realize that they gotta have a plan, and it can't be any fly-by-night plan. They can't operate by VAPs, as we say in my country. They can't operate by VAPs. They have to have a proper plan to take this forward. And what else does their higher self want you to know right now? We have lopsided effort. They are in recognition that they didn't make the effort in the past. This connection was totally lopsided, with you being the overcompensator, okay, the overgiver in the relationship, because you wanted to keep this person in your life. But you know, nothing that is one-sided can be sustained. So I think they're seeing that clearly now. They didn't make the effort, and we have secrets involved. So your person has something that they didn't tell you. Might be more than something. Might be many things. Let me pull a card. Spirit, what secret does your person have that they want to tell us about? All right, we have here the death, the devil. All right, so that's about all addictions, right? Yep, all addictions, and it could be anything that we're using to disconnect from self. So it could definitely be substances. You know, that's the first thing that jumps into our mind when we start talking about addictions. But you know, it could also be shopping. It could be tarot videos, whatever it is that we used to disconnect from our reality. TikTok, you know, whatever it is. They have some addictions that they're dealing with. For some of them, it might be sex. Okay. But you know, when we talk about addictions, we always have to talk about a lack of self-love. And I see this person looking in the mirror here, and look at the distorted image of themselves that they have. So they are recognizing as well that their codependencies is directly related to their distorted negative image that they have about it. This person doesn't like themselves very much. They're only now on their self-love journey. We have The Seven of Swords in reverse, they've pulled off the mask and they're facing their true identity, who they truly are. Um, and right now, I don't think they like what they see. I don't think they like what they see because I think they're taking accountability for a lot of things that they have done in their life, a lot of things that they have done to themselves, and a lot of things that they've done to other people. And there's a feeling, a deep sense of shame. I can feel it right in my stomach. There's a deep sense of shame. So they might even be very embarrassed to face you right now. Let's get some messages from their 3D self. This deck, I wasn't going to use it, but I'm going to pull some cards because it literally fell off the shelf when I was looking for 3D decks. So I'm going to use it. Ooh. All right. What do they want you to know? This person thinks that you resent them. Okay. And it could be their own sense of shame why they're seeing you through that particular lens. Maybe you don't resent them, but maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe this person did the most and you still resent this person. Okay. So they want your forgiveness. Now this could also speak about them letting go of the resentments that they may have, whether it's to their parents or life in general, right? What do they want you to know? Yes, your feelings are correct. They're letting you know that whatever intuitive hits you have been getting about this person and their feelings for you, that letting you know you're right. You're on the money. You're on the money. Open your heart. They want you to open your heart to them. They know that they did the most for you to be defensive, right? See what this alarm is for. To be defensive in their energy, in their presence, right? But they want you to give them another chance and open your heart to them again. What else do they want you to know? We have our chemistry is so strong right now. So you may feel disconnected from your person, but they don't feel disconnected from you. Okay? They are receiving your energetic signals loud and clear. And I feel it's because their antenna has also been upgraded as well. So they are feeling everything. And maybe that's why they're asking you to let go of resentment, because maybe they do feel that. Right. What do they want you to know? We have I smile whenever I get a message from you. So does that tell you every time they're in your energy, this person feels a lift. And whilst they absolutely love that, they resent that because they resent needing you in that way and being reliant on your energy in that way. Then they don't want to be connected to someone so deeply. Because then think about how painful it is when they lose you. And they do think at some point they'll lose you. There's something about you I'm scared to see. I was just talking. I hadn't read the card yet. There's something about you I'm scared to lose because I know I won't find it in anyone else. So there's a certain resonance about your energy that they know they will look high, they will look low in this lifetime. They're not going to find because you are their total and complete energetic match. I feel like I'm waiting for something that isn't going to happen. So I think this person has these moments where they just feel kind of disillusioned, where they feel down, they feel discouraged about your connection. And maybe you have those moments too, but they want you to keep the faith because they have not given up on this connection. I keep myself busy with the things I do, but every time I pause, I still think of you. So I think, they know that now is not the right time for them and maybe even for you, because maybe you're doing some deep healing too, right? For them to come forward. And sometimes the impulse is so strong that they really keep themselves busy so that they don't have to think about it. But from the moment they get any bit of rest, that's who their mind runs on. It's only you. I'm somewhere between giving up and seeing how much more I can take. Yeah, remember we've got that back and forth energy. So they're in a true battle of the psyche. Where part of them is telling them, be brave, listen to your intuition, and the other part is a lot of their fears. What if? What if this doesn't work out? What if this and what if that? So there's a lot of illusion that's going on there. Okay. What spirit's advice for you and taking this connection forward? What spirit's advice? Let's just say what spirit's advice. So in the extended, what's happening in their life right now? What's happening on their spiritual journey? We're gonna choose from Magic Calabash and see who from their side is going to come through to give us a message, and then we're gonna look at their next actions towards you. So we have them here and we see them. This reminds me of karmic cycles, right? So right now they're dancing to the beat of their own drum, although we have this other instrument here. They're dancing to their own music right now. They're not letting anybody dictate their pace, and they feel like there's a lot of karmic cycles that they need to close off, and that's what they're doing. They know that they need to play a very smart and slow game right now. What's the maybe you too. What's the advice for you right now? So as I look at this card here, I'm seeing this divine feminine sending love and light out into the universe, and it's love and light that she is getting from the ethers, because I'm really realize watching how kind of electrified, like she's even been shocked, electrified her hair is with those jagged edges. So right now spirit saying that you're holding a lot of power, a lot of energy, a lot of light, and you're really creative. I see her tummy is slightly swollen, and the Empress, she's always pregnant with possibilities and creations that she's going to birth into this realm. So spirit saying, one, there are things that you need to birth into this 3D realm that is going to come through your psyche, and two, you are also called to spread and emanate a lot of love and light, not just to your person, but to the world and the earth in general. And they're telling you, get on it. Get on it. Some of you as well, you have healing hands. Okay, I don't know if you're attuned to Reiki, or this is just you naturally being able to channel this heart energy and heal others. Or maybe you're very creative, you do things with your hands. Spirit saying, get on it. Get on it. Right? So this is about stepping into your purpose. Right? So you're not meant to spend your time waiting and languishing. Okay? When is union? No. You came here for a reason. And Spirit saying, get on it. Okay? All right, my love. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please leave your comments, your likes, your dislikes. You can put a full stop in the comments if you want. That's not a problem. It all helps with the algorithm, and it helps our community expand and grow. Please subscribe if you haven't. And if possible, please join me in the extended. Extended links are $4.44, and we're going to continue this reading. Okay? I'm lost. Take care.